Stack these two habits for superhuman power. So I've been thinking about the term superhuman recently. I've just started following this guy on Instagram and he posts real food pictures each day. So I've been using it as a way of brainwashing. I already eat the kind of foods he eats, but sometimes there'll be like little bits of inspiration that I can take from it and things I hadn't thought of. And he gives you the reasons why you eat them, so it's very good. And it's basically exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. But the term superhuman refers to qualities or abilities that exceed typical human capabilities. It implies having extraordinary strength, intelligence, agility, or other exceptional attributes beyond what is considered normal for humans. It's often used to describe people with powers or abilities beyond those of ordinary people. So you can actually be superhuman. If you're just slightly better than the majority of people, or ordinary people, then you're superhuman. So I thought that was quite cool. So in this video we're going to talk about two habits that most ordinary people aren't doing. So by simply implementing these two habits, you already become superhuman. In a previous video I've spoken about habit stacking, and these are two habits you're going to want to stack together. Habit 1 is affirmations. In this example, I'm going to talk about food affirmations because it relates to habit 2, but affirmations can be stacked onto any other habit and will yield the same benefits. An affirmation is a positive statement that is repeated to yourself in order to reinforce desired beliefs, attitudes, or behaviours. They help you focus on your goals and boost self-confidence, overcome negative thoughts, and cultivate a more positive mindset. Most people don't think like this though. Instead, they dwell on the past or worry about the future, playing out scenarios in their head on what might go wrong. Now this is fairly normal, and that's why it's so easy to become superhuman. Simply by employing our minds in a different way, we exceed the ordinary. So in a world where most people are dwelling on the past, thinking about that thing that went wrong a year ago, or what might go wrong in a week's time, or I've got this thing coming up that I'm worried about. If that's ordinary, if that's normal, and you can probably relate to that, you've probably done that, or you probably do it regularly, you're ruminating on past and future. Simply by being in the present and creating a positive affirmation, you're superhuman. You're now exceeding what ordinary people do. So that's the goal of this video. You've probably heard about affirmations before, and it might not have been a habit that stuck, and that was the case for me. Examples of affirmations that don't work are, I am capable of achieving my goals, I deserve love and happiness, or I am grateful for the abundance in my life. Now I've known about affirmations for a long time. I tried implementing generic affirmations like that, and it had no effect. I didn't really believe them, or think that they were working, and then they didn't. These are wishy-washy, non-specific, and we don't have conviction or believe them to be true when we are saying them, so they have little effect. Instead, you're going to want to make the affirmations very specific, undeniable, and even scientific. I'll give you some examples when we talk about the second habit. Now I had to see my friend implement this regularly. I saw him do it over and over, and I realised the difference between the kind of affirmations I was doing and what he was doing, and why his work and why his actually stuck. So I've seen this, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you. I've learned about affirmations, thought they didn't really have any benefit to me, but then I saw my friend doing it in a slightly different way, and it changed my perspective. Another person that does exactly what I'm going to do, and I've obviously learnt from him, is Paul Saladino. He does food affirmations, which is what we're going to discuss. So what we're actually talking about here, what an affirmation is essentially the placebo effect. The placebo effect is scientifically recognised to have a positive impact on outcomes in various contexts. Numerous studies across different fields of medicine and psychology have demonstrated the power of the placebo effect. And I'm actually rereading a book on sleep. I'm going to do a video on sleep. The expert that's the author and the expert on sleep, there's one statement in the book, and I can't remember it to quote it, but he says, in pharmacology, which is the study of medicine and drugs, the only reliable constant is the effect of the placebo. So the placebo always has a positive effect. So the placebo effect isn't under question, it's undeniable. So what I just did there, the statement I just made, was essentially an affirmation about the placebo effect. So I've given you reasons why you should trust the placebo effect and have more belief in it and more belief in affirmations. So I told you about affirmations, told you about the belief, told you about the placebo effect, and then affirmed it by telling you that little anecdote about the sleep book. Matthew Walker, I think, is the author's name. The book is called Why We Sleep. So this statement alone was an affirmation about how effective the placebo effect is, and it's also true. It should have built your trust and conviction in the power of the placebo effect and in the power of affirmations. So just to sum this up nicely, I'm going to give you 2 Ralph Waldo Emerson quotes, and I think they're 2 of the same quote essentially, but there's slight differences, so I've included both of them. Every action is measured by the depth of the sentiment from which it proceeds, and the measure of action is the sentiment from which it proceeds. The greatest action might easily be one of the most private circumstance. So what I think those quotes mean are how you do something, the affirmation behind what you do, or the sentiment behind what you do, is far more important than what you're actually doing. So take a 30-minute walk, for example. You decide to go for a 30-minute walk. Now, you do that under 2 different sentiments. So sentiment 1 is you go for a walk because you're worried, you're stressing about something that's just happened. And the whole time you're walking, you're pacing quite quickly, and you're ruminating in your mind, oh, what am I going to do about this? This is terrible. You say your car insurance has just run out and you can't renew it and you've got to go somewhere in your car. Oh, what am I going to do? The taxi's going to be expensive. You're stressing, ruminating about the past thing that's just happened, your car insurance, and the future thing, you got to get to this place. So that 30-minute walk, you're proceeding from a sentiment of stress, worry, anxiety, and the walk is almost going to hype you up and increase anxiety further. You're moving the body and it's not going to be beneficial. Take walk number 2, for example. You've still got the same life circumstance, the problems are still there, but you take a deep breath and you say, I'm going to proceed from the sentiment of a meditative state. These things are going on, but for half an hour, I'm just going to walk. And you take the walk, thoughts come and go, but you don't obsess over them, you don't ruminate on them. You're not worried about the thing that's happened or preparing for the anxiety of the future. You just go on the walk. You listen to what you can hear, you look at what you can see, and you walk slowly and calmly for half an hour. You breathe deep, and you're not ruminating. Now that second walk with the sentiment of meditation is going to have so many positive effects on your body. Cortisol, your stress hormone, is going to decrease. Just so many benefits that the first walk isn't going to have. If you're ruminating and stressing, cortisol can't go down, no matter whether you're walking or not. So walk number 2 is going to be far more beneficial. And it's only a walk. You haven't done anything drastic, but it's the sentiment or the affirmation that follows it. So that's the power of affirmations. Little things with big affirmations behind them become big things. They become powerful. So one more point for affirmations is the news, social media, gossiping with your friends are all conspiring to undermine you use this technique to combat it. So when you watch the news, sometimes there's good news, but it's very rare. I don't think I ever see good news, to be honest. I'm trying to give news the benefit of the doubt. But say you watch the news and there's a clip of Gaza getting bombed, or I don't watch the news, so I don't know what's present at the moment or what's relevant, but Gaza's getting bombed, refugees in little tents, and their living situation's terrible. That alone is a very powerful visual negative affirmation about the world. Does that affirm to you that the world is a safe, joyous, lovely place to live? Or does that affirm the message of there's danger, fear, and things could go wrong? Well, it's the second one, isn't it? So when you watch the news, you're getting affirmed negative. It's bad. The world is dangerous. You're basically being told that the world is dangerous. And this happens when you scroll social media. So I'll give you a personal example. I ride motorbikes. Now, because I ride motorbikes, I've obviously engaged with content on social media about motorbikes. So if I scroll through Instagram, I might get a clip of someone riding a motorbike. Now, I might get a clip of somebody crashing their motorbike, right? Because that gets engagement and that's a common thing. Me watching clips and videos of people crashing motorbikes, is that a positive or negative affirmation for riding a motorbike? Well, it's obviously negative. The next time I go out on my bike, somewhere in my brain, I've got a visual representation of me crashing my bike. So that's not going to positively affirm a good ride. And I'm going to be worried about that. Even subconsciously, because I ride, as each day, you ride your ride each day. But what I'm saying is, and that's down to me, I need to filter out, and I would recommend you do the same, filter out what affirmations you're allowing in. The news is a terrible affirmation about the world. So I would recommend not watching the news. Social media, again, you can manipulate social media by only engaging in content that is a positive affirmation. So if you have a terrible social media feed, that is a reflection of what you've told the algorithm to show you. So that's something you can work on. Only like, comment, and share positive affirmations. It's like sometimes group chats with the boys are just negative videos all day long, and I don't engage with any of that because that's not a positive affirmation. If you're going to be exposed to the negative affirmations of the news, you at least want to balance that out with positive affirmations. And then to become superhuman, you don't engage with the news and you only engage with positive affirmations, and then you gain more power and more energy than most of your peers. That's where you become superhuman. Habit number 2 is a very simple one, and it's lemon water. Drink lemon water each day, first thing when you wake up or 30 minutes before your first meal. Don't brush your teeth within 2 hours of drinking lemon water because the enamel on your teeth is temporarily softened and you can damage your teeth. After 2 hours it hardens back up and then you're fine. So this is a simple habit. You take a lemon, ideally organic, cut it in half or however you want to do it, squeeze the lemon juice into a cup or bottle and add water and drink it. So I've just started adding this habit. Now, I added this habit a while ago because I heard Tony Robbins talk about lemon water, and I respect Tony Robbins, and I thought, yeah, this is a worthwhile thing. But I didn't have what I'm about to share with you, so the habit, I stopped doing it. I didn't have all the reasons and all the affirmations why I should keep doing it. And now I've reinstilled the habit and I will do it forever now. So I got this bottle. Now I've got like sentimental attachment to this bottle now anyway, but this, obviously it's got lemons on it, so this is my lemon water bottle. So now every day my first bit of hydration is lemon water in this bottle. So now I'm going to explain to you all the reasons why lemon water is going to have a positive effect and be a beneficial habit. This will be scientific, very specific, and will form our affirmation. So there's quite a lot, and I'm doing a lot of reading from the phone just because I want to get the specifics correct, right? Lemon juice is rich in several beneficial nutrients, including vitamin C. Lemon juice is an excellent source of vitamin C, which is a powerful antioxidant that helps boost the immune system, promote skin health, and aid in collagen production. Lemon juice contains potassium, an essential mineral that helps regulate fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. Vitamin B. Lemon juice provides small amounts of vitamin B, which is important for brain development and function, as well as the metabolism of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Lemon juice also contains citric acid, which will help improve digestion by increasing stomach acid production and enhancing the absorption of minerals. Lemon juice contains flavonoids, which are plant compounds with antioxidant properties that will reduce inflammation and lower the risk of chronic diseases. Folate. Lemon juice contains folate, a B vitamin that is important for DNA synthesis, red blood cell formation, and fetal development during pregnancy. Drinking lemon water will help you hydrate, which is essential for overall health and proper bodily functions. The vitamin C and flavonoids in lemon water act as antioxidants, helping to neutralise harmful free radicals in the body and reduce oxidative stress, which will lower the risk of chronic diseases and slow the ageing process. The antioxidants in lemon water will help promote clear, healthy skin by reducing inflammation and protecting against damage from environmental factors. Drinking lemon water can support weight loss by promoting hydration, increase feelings of fullness, and enhance metabolism. Lemon water will help freshen your breath by neutralising odour-causing bacteria in the mouth. So, I've just run this script through with my mum because I got her on the hydration with the water bottles. And just after reading that, she just looked at me and was like, yeah, I'm sold. I'm going to drink lemon water every day now. Just by knowing the power and the reasons and the science behind it just makes you more convinced, like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I think there's more than enough reasons to start drinking lemon water, considering how low the time and money investment to do it is. All these benefits for less than £1 or $1 and 30 seconds of your time each day. And that's for organic lemons. I could give you a whole list of affirmations for eating organic, such as reduced exposure to pesticides, nutrient density, support for sustainable agriculture, environmental protection, better taste and flavour. But I won't go into that. So we're just talking about, I've given you a massive list of reasons why just drinking lemon water each day is beneficial. And I could stack on top of that all the benefits for choosing organic. So you're already implementing lemons. Now you add organic, I could give you another list, and it just builds up more affirmations why it's beneficial. So I could have said, start drinking lemon water each morning, it's good for you. And you could have implemented the habit and seen some positive benefits. But now you have all the undeniable evidence on specifically why and how it's good for you. And the power of the placebo will enhance the natural benefits of the lemon water. So like I said with my example earlier with Tony Robbins, I think the video I saw, essentially, he just said, I drink lemon water every day because it's good. And that was the reason that I started doing it. And that was also the reason that I stopped doing it, because that's all I had. Lemon water's good. In researching for this video, I now know that it's undeniable and it's a habit worth keeping. So I will do this now forever. I drink water and I hydrate in a structured way. I've made a video about that. And now lemon water will just form a habit that I'll do forever. But if I'd have just gone on lemon water's good, I wouldn't have done that. But it's all the undeniable facts that back it up. So I'll just make an example on how people do the opposite. So someone might go to the gym for 45 minutes, but they were planning on going for an hour. And they might leave the gym, and I've done this before, this is why it's probably relatable. You leave the gym and you tell yourself, you negatively affirm all the reasons to do with not getting an hour. You're like, oh, I couldn't do an hour because I've got this other thing I've got to do afterwards. It's such a shame I didn't get my full workout in. That's annoying. Tomorrow I'll do better and I'll get the full workout and then I'll get the benefit. Whereas you still did 45 minutes and you could have positively affirmed that workout. So a negative affirmation is, I wanted to do an hour, but I only managed to do 45 minutes because it had to be cut short. What a shame I didn't meet my goal. You've just done 45 minutes of something positive and then negatively affirmed it. Instead, you could have said, I moved my body and now I'm going to benefit from improved cardiovascular health, weight management, muscle strength and endurance, enhanced flexibility and balance, improved mental health, better sleep, increased energy levels, stronger immune system, reduced risk of chronic diseases, improved cognitive function. They're the reasons you did the workout in the first place. So even though you've done 45-minute workout, coming out and saying, oh, I didn't get the hour, you might as well come out and list those things, because we all know, we're not very conscious because we haven't like Googled the list, but we know we go to the gym for those things, mental health, physical health, sleep, and all of that. So I could do one air squat or one push-up and positively affirm all of those things, because one air squat is still going to do more than nothing. It's still going to have an improved cardiovascular health effect because I've moved my body. It's still going to help me get better sleep, because the more you move throughout the day, the better sleep you're going to get. So even one air squat is better than none. A 45-minute is better than a 1 hour workout. So my actionable step is, whenever you implement a new habit, in the process of so say it's diet, you have to do a certain level of research to actually figure out what diet you're going to do. or you're going to do a workout, there's a certain level of Googling and watching YouTube videos on what a good workout is. And that's the research phase, and then there's the going and doing it. Whenever you implement a new habit, during the research phase of what workout should I do or what diet should I choose, Google all of the positive benefits of doing that thing and make a list, right? So that's going to form your affirmation. And you want to try and remember, you don't actually, I'll explain this, you don't actually need to remember all the specifics. Like I've already forgotten what I told you about lemon water. Specifically, I would have to read it off of my notes again. But make a list of all the positive benefits of doing that thing, that new habit you're doing, and that will form the basis of your affirmation. Now, you're not going to remember all of these facts, but you have read and understood them once, so they're in your head somewhere. Now we can implement what I call caveman affirmations. So you've read them, you understood them, you believe them to be true, and you trust the science behind them. Now that's in your brain. It's not just going to disappear, but you won't be able to recall it probably word for word. Some people can, they have a good recollection, but I use something that I've called caveman affirmations, and what that looks like in this example is a caveman might say something like this: lemon water good, lemon water good, like very basic, lemon water good. So, and your brain will do the rest. When I say to you lemon water good, or I say to myself lemon water good, my brain is going to recall that big long list. Now I can't remember specifically what vitamin C did, or what folate does, or flavonoids and antioxidants. I can't remember their names, and I don't need to, because the information's in there, I've heard it and understood it once. Lemon water good brings all of those to the forefront, even though I can't express them fully. I could go back to the list and read them back out, but it's unnecessary. When I read them the first time, if you trusted them and thought, damn, that's a good list of beneficial things, I'm going to implement that. Now when I just say lemon water good, you're like, well yeah it is, because he's already explained it. So that's in there. You got it in, and all you have to do to bring it up is lemon water good. So that's what you do. You drink your lemon water each day. You drink it. You don't drink it mindlessly. You don't just squeeze the lemon quickly while you're thinking about work or some problem. You put the lemon water in, and you consciously, mindfully drink it, thinking to yourself, lemon water good. You can be less caveman than me if you want and say lemon water's good because vitamin C is going to help improve skin, and you could write out the list. Just Google it, benefits of lemon water. You could write out the list and repeat it to yourself. And this is what Paul Saladino does. As he's telling you about beef, he'll tell you all of the facts and nutritional benefits. Now that was something I was going to do, and I tried to do it, and it didn't work for me because I started doing it, I couldn't remember all the facts, and I got caught up on that. So now what I've resorted to is lemon water good, and that does it for me. My friend, I had to see this in action, and I'll give you an example of my friend, right? So on Sunday, we have this Sunday routine of a cheat meal. We go to the gym, and then straight after we go and have breakfast. Now it's not the healthiest breakfast. We'll have a big fried breakfast. It's like a buffet, an all you can eat type thing. And I go up like 4 times. I do this in 4 stages. I have a fried breakfast. Then I'll have a continental breakfast with like granola. And then there's pastries, cakes, orange juice, fruit, loads of stuff, right? So I go in, you're definitely exceeding your calorie number for that day. It's not the healthiest stuff. And I would always go and think, I'd negatively affirm it and say, well, I need to make up for this. I've got to be in a calorie deficit tomorrow because I've overeaten. And this is unhealthy. This is because I've got some digestive issues. This is going to mess with my gut. Oh, this isn't good. But I'm enjoying it. I do it for the social aspect and the enjoyment of the meal. And then it allows me to go through the week not craving those foods again, right? My friend, and that's a negative affirmation. I'm doing a thing, I've just done a workout, and now I'm eating food, and it's going to go into the muscle. But I'm negatively affirming it. And my friend does something totally different. He never does that. And he's like, this is where I got the caveman affirmations from. He'll just sit at the dinner table, and after eating, he'll eat his big meal, and he'll just go cheeky bicep pose, and just go, look at that. look at that, and like point to his forearm and be like, look at that. And that's his affirmation, look at that. Now what is actually going on in his brain is, look at that muscle. That is where all of the glycogen and glucose out of my meal, that big meal, is going. It's going to fuel the muscle. And it's true. When you've done a workout, a post-workout meal is going to fuel muscle repair. It's going to help produce testosterone. Any fat in the meal is going to produce testosterone. So his caveman affirmation is, look at that. And he'll even say it's going right there. He'll point to the bicep, it's going right there. I've mentioned this in previous videos. Now I had to see him do that multiple times, week after week, because we do it every Sunday. And I'm like, damn, I'm negative. I'm sitting here looking at my stomach thinking, oh, that's going right there, I'm getting fat. And he's doing the opposite, that's going right there into the muscle. So that's the power of affirmations. So that's what you're going to want to start implementing. And he knows the science, he's done his research. He knows how the body utilizes food for fuel after a workout and even pre-workout. So he's not silly, he's not just going, look at that, it's in the arm. He's got science behind it, but he doesn't feel the need to recall it. He could sit there and go, because of gluconeogenesis, I'm going to get big and strong and it's going to go into my muscle cells. He doesn't do that, he just goes, look at that. Because it's more attainable, that's more achievable to do an affirmation in that way. So that's the power of affirmations. I've given you reasons why adding lemon water is a good idea. And I've told you how to implement caveman affirmations. They're going to be so much more beneficial than the classic, I'm so grateful and happy that my life is abundant. Means nothing. Look at that. Is more tangible. Lemon water good is more tangible. I've got lemon water in front of me. I've Googled why it's good. This is going to benefit my life. So use those affirmations. I do the opposite as well. I do negative affirmations, and you would have heard me, if you've seen a few of my videos, you would have heard me do this on this channel. I'll say things like, I did it after my fast. In my fasting video, I said to myself, and I said to you, I'm breaking the fast with some kefir or kefir, I don't know how you say it, fermented milk. And I'm probably going to get digestive issues because I think I'm intolerant to it. That's a negative affirmation. What I should have said, because in reality I did it and I didn't get negative effects, I should have said, this is raw kefir, this is raw milk, I'm probably not going to see any negative effects because raw milk is much better and much more tolerable. So this is probably going to be fine. And I'm going to implement this and it's going to make me healthier. And I've just done a fast, so adding that to my gut microbiome is going to allow that to populate with healthy probiotics. I didn't do that, I did a negative affirmation. So raw milk good could have been the affirmation I used. Probably not great for a YouTube video because you'd be like, what's this geezer on? But so another side, I'll just add this to plant a seed for next time. Another thing we'll talk about is making food with love. Me and my friend Tony have really been getting into this. Was the food made with love? Now when you go to like fast food places like McDonald's, the people are underpaid, they're rushing around, it's very busy. That food isn't made with love. And I think you can offset certain negative ingredients. You can have lower quality food, but if it's made with love, it's different because the sentiment from which that food is proceeding is different. Now that might go over your head, I'm just planting seeds, we'll talk about that in the future. And there are books and stuff that I'll reference. But yeah, I hope that helps. Implement the lemon water habit, implement affirmations and caveman affirmations. Have a good day, see you tomorrow. Just signing off the video there, have a good day, see you tomorrow, is an affirmation. And when you say good morning to someone, you don't just say morning, because morning is the statement. It is morning. You say good morning, which is a positive affirmation about the morning. So that just come to me there. So yeah, I'm done. See you in a bit.